it's Mo. It is November 18th. It's Monday, and I thought I would start a weekly vlog. I had high hopes and plans of doing a weekly vlog every week from when I did my first weekly vlog, whenever that was a little while ago, and incorporating like what I'm reading and what's going on and just general thoughts and feelings and like etc. etc. And then the next week I like basically didn't film anything, and then the next week we went to Tennessee, and then it's been a week since then, and now it's Monday. I thought I would start a weekly vlog this week to get back in the swing of things, and also because I'm super depressed and I'm not feeling good. So I thought, a realistic, good, interesting thing to do would be to film when I'm feeling kind of crummy and when things are not going exactly the way I hope and plan things to go. So I'm super stressed out at work. I'm super far behind because of going on vacation and other things with work. So I will be working a lot this week, and I'm hoping to turn it around this week. It's Monday. I've been working for a few hours already today, and I will continue to work today. Tomorrow I have to go to my other job, but then I have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to hopefully get back on track and catch up with where I need to be, which was already behind. But if I can catch up to where I was behind before, then hopefully I can catch up the following week to where I need to be overall. One of the things that I want to do is do a more strategic work schedule, because that's something that I've been wanting to try, but I haven't tried yet. So I want to try and work 6 hours a day for 3 days, and then an additional 2 to 6 hours a day on the 4th day. And then the 5th day I work at my other job. So I'm on track to start doing that. I did start doing that last week on Thursday. Friday was a short day, but then I worked Sunday, and now I'm working Monday. So hopefully I'm getting on track with that, and I will get into a good routine with that. I think something that I fall back on that I'm not super good at, but I always am trying to become better at, is getting into routine. And I know that routine really helps me. I know that it helps my mental state. I know that it helps my workflow. I know that it helps my thought processes and all those things. So I'm hoping that getting into a routine will help. Yeah, it's just been really rough. So I'm hoping that getting back to filming will help. As you know, I lost a bunch of footage, and it really depressed me that I lost all that footage. And then when I went to look at other footage, I didn't have things that I thought I had filmed. So I don't know if I never filmed them, or I don't know. I got off track somewhere. It's been really chaotic. Our heater broke down. We had to have that repaired. Our car broke down. We're having that repaired. We have a loaner right now. Our friend brought us another car that we have to try and get rid of, which is really nice. We want to give it to my family, but it's the coordination of the family, especially, now that we don't have our regular car, we have this loaner car, and then we have to have 2 cars, and then we have to drive down there. My husband and I are both very busy with work, so, it's all that kind of thing. It's the holidays that are coming up. It's super stressful. Just again, coordinating. I feel lucky that I don't have to worry about buying Christmas gifts or having a family that I don't like to go see on the holidays. So I feel lucky about that. I feel lucky that my whole family's pretty low key about that kind of stuff. That's going to be great. But it is still stressful. And then it's definitely getting to be winter. It's 2 o'clock, and the light is already fading, and I already know I'm probably not going to go outside for a walk today because it's going to be too cold, and I'm too busy with work, and I need to do more things, and da 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 da. So the seasonal depression is I'm feeling it. It's starting to weigh me down, and I don't know how to fix that. Do I need to seek greater help for my seasonal depression? Maybe every year I'm maybe this year's the year. So you never know. But come along with me for a week, and we will see what we get up to and how I cope with a week where I'm pretty depressed. So let me talk about what I'm reading. Acceptance. So I did finish Annihilation while I was on vacation, and then, or just after vacation, and then I finished Authority soon after that, and now I'm doing a reread of Acceptance. And I do need to go to the library and get the 4th book, because I want to go right into the 4th book when I'm done with this one. I did read the first story in The Secret Lives of Church Ladies by Disha Philia. Philia. I'm planning on continuing with this. I actually got the audiobook from Hoopla because I haven't had a chance to read this physically because I'm kind of concentrating on this one for a while. So I might pick up the audiobook for this soon, but I am currently reading Orbital on audio. I have about an hour left of that, so I want to finish that one before I start another audiobook. About halfway through, about a third of the way through We Took to the Woods. I started this last month, but I put it down for vacation and in order to do my reread of the Southern Reach trilogy. So I want to pick this one back up. I would love to finish this one before the end of Nonfiction November because I haven't actually read anything for Nonfiction November yet. So that would be fun to pick this up. It wasn't a super fast read. I was only reading about 40 pages at a time, 30, 40 pages at a time. But it was going pretty fast when I was reading it. So I think once I get back to this, I'll be happy to get back to it. So that's what I'm reading. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to go back and do some more work today. Let's see. Maybe we'll take a walk later. Other than working, I don't have that much planned. Today, my husband's at the office. I would love to do some cleaning. We cleaned a lot before we left because we had someone staying at the house. So it would be nice to do some more cleaning and it would be nice to get a little bit more done around the house. Before we left, we were working on cleaning the basement and putting plants down there just for the winter, for storage for the winter. So those are all the things that I might do this week. I guess basically in a depressed week, in a bad week, in a stressed week, I'm just going to try and power through it as far as taking care of myself, getting the stuff done that I need to do, try to be very productive, try to be very focused on work and getting things done to get through the more stressful aspects of the week. And then ideally that will help me feel less stressed. I definitely want to take some walks. I definitely want to try and do a little bit of moving my body to help me with that. I do, of course, also want to enjoy myself. I want to read. I want to do the things that I love to do, but it's finding a balance when you're depressed. Getting stuff done that you need to get done while you're stressed, and then also, I guess my thing is getting stuff done that you need to get done while you're stressed and not succumbing to feeling so depressed that you can't do anything. So we'll try to do that this week. Let me know how you've been feeling. I'm sure many of you like me, are feeling a lot of fear and grief and worry for the country and for the world and for our health and our well-being. But we're here together and we have each other. So hopefully that helps a little. I know it helps me. I know that I've felt really good seeing the creators that I love, seeing the people that I know on here come on here and be depressed and upset, but continue their commitment to the community and be available by creating things for me to enjoy, not necessarily shying away from those things, or those hard topics, but not necessarily dwelling on them to the point of destruction, So I hope to do that for you as well. And if I haven't said it directly to you, I definitely appreciate you as a creator. I definitely appreciate you as a commenter and as a participant in this community for being there for me. And I hope that we're all there for each other. Okay, let me get back to work. So I started this vlog on Monday and I haven't really updated it. I have been filming things for it, and I think like this has happened quite a bit since I started trying to do weekly vlogs. So obviously I'm trying to do weekly vlogs to gear up for weekly vlogs that I want to do in December for Bookmas, and I'm glad that I have, because I have not been doing a great job at it. So I think that gearing up will help me to try to actually get things done for those vlogs. But I do also think that these vlogs are almost going to be more like snapshots. If you're familiar with Savage Reads, he does his Savage snapshots, and that's like a little bit more what it's going to be, a little bit more glimpses into my life, into my everyday life, and probably a little less talking in general. Hopefully for Bookmas, they'll be a little more coherent, a little more cohesive, but we will see. So I just finished filming my book haul from Ohio because I just got the rest of the books that I got in Ohio when I went to Ohio in July of 2024. And I wanted to pop in here and talk about some other books that I've gotten recently and about my Read What You Own challenge. So give me 1 second. Criminale announced his Read What You Own challenge going into the 3rd year or 4th year, whatever it was, and I definitely want to participate. I have participated twice before and I have failed twice before. I would like to participate and not fail this year. So my Read What You Own challenge, I have a whole video on it. I'll leave it listed down below. But the short version is I have to read 25 books before bringing in any new books to my collection before the end of the year. I can extend that to more books if I want to read more books, or I can extend it to my birthday in February if I need more time to complete it. The caveats are that I get to go to a book sale. Well, the caveats are that I didn't start until November 10th, but I've been working on it since November 10th. It is November 22nd right now. And then the other caveat is there's a book sale in December that I'm going to allow myself to go to because it's a book sale that I really like. And then this was not in the original video, but I think that the day before that book sale, I'm going to go into Brooklyn, so I might buy some books in Brooklyn too. And I'm just going to count that as like all part of the caveat. The other thing that I didn't think about was getting books in the mail. So I have won a few books recently. I've actually have 3 Goodreads giveaway books that I have won recently, and I'm not going to count those against my Read What You Own challenge. What I am going to count against my Read What You Own challenge are 2 books that I picked up the other day at the Restore, but we will talk about these in just a second. So first, let's open some giveaway books and see what we have. The first book, and a book that I won in a Goodreads giveaway, is a proof. This comes out to $11.25, and it is The American No Stories by Rupert Everett. So I believe this is Rupert Everett, the film actor. He was in My Best Friend's Wedding. He was in Shakespeare in Love. I really like him in The Importance of Being Earnest and a few other like British comedies that he's been in. I really enjoy him as a actor, so I thought it would be fun to try out his short stories. This is not one that I would necessarily go out seeking myself. If I saw it in a used bookstore, sure. If I saw it at a book sale, probably. But I'm super happy to have won this one in a Goodreads giveaway. I like these pull things. I never get to use these. Oh, that one didn't pull very well though. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Oh, this is a hardcover. This is nice. This is actually the first book that I won recently. I won this a couple of months ago, but I didn't open it because I wanted to open it on camera, and then I got busy and then we went away. But this is Curdle Creek by Yvonne Battle Felton, and this is a gothic spooky book. It says for fans of the library and the Hunger Games. This novel is set in a small town with sinister tradition that is chilling in the best way possible. So that's interesting. Yvonne Battle Felton, was raised in New Jersey. That's why I was super interested in this one. So she was born in Pennsylvania and raised in New Jersey, and I remember thinking that that was really cool. So this one seems really fun. I just saw that my library has this on audio and I put a hold on it. The last book that I have recently won in a giveaway is Gothic Town, a novel by Emily Carpenter. I enter these giveaways and then I honestly forget anything about it. Here's a little bookmark. Here's a, did any of the other ones have like a note in there? That's funny because I feel like usually these giveaways do have this kind of thing. Discover if Billy and her family can ever truly escape the town that promises everything but demands even more. It says, take a photo, post it on social media, write a review. Probably I will. Doesn't this look like a bad romance though? It kind of looks like a Kindle Unlimited romance. This is comes out April 2025. Southern Gothic with echoes of Shirley Jackson's The Lottery. So I guess these are all, not all of them, but I guess some of these are some spooky books. So exciting! I'm excited. It's always fun to win a book, and it is a little bit of a loophole for me because, you know, I don't buy new books, but I like the idea of getting books to be able to share with you. And I'm not much of a front list reader, I'm not much of a new release reader, but I like the idea of being able to read some new release books, maybe even before they come out, and talk about them to my BookTube community and my friends. Now let's talk about these two books. So I picked these books up a couple of days ago. This is Lud in the Mist by Hope Mirrlees. This is supposedly like a fantasy classic, like one of the first kind of women-written fantasy novels. It was published in 1926. So supposedly like a precursor to The Hobbit and other books like that. I have had my eye out for this one. I've heard good things about it. So I definitely wanted to pick it up when I saw it. And then I also got Hotel at the Edge of the World, which is written by a sailor about his time in a small Irish seaside town. It sounded really fun. So I didn't want to pass up the opportunity to get these two books. One that I've been looking for, one that sounded right up my alley. Also very short, love that. But my rules for the Read What You Own challenge are that if I pick up a book, I have to unhaul a book, or I have to take a book off one of the books that I've already read towards the channel. Currently, 12 days after starting this challenge, I have read 5 books towards this challenge, so I don't want to take books off. And luckily, in my Ohio book haul, I had a book that I purchased in the summer that I actually really, really wanted to read when I purchased it. Then I didn't bring it with me. I didn't bring it home with me. I wrapped it up to be sent home, and in the meantime, I found another copy of it and I was able to read it. So this is a copy of Significant Others by Armistead Maupin, and I'm going to be unhauling this. So we can count one of the books that I got for this book that I'm going to be unhauling. That leaves us with one other book that I still need to unhaul, and I've been thinking about this book a lot lately. I got this book a couple years ago in a little free library. It is Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. People really like this one. It's supposed to be very heartfelt. It's supposed to be very heartwarming. It's about an octopus, which is why I got it, because I do love octopuses, but I'm never going to read this book. So I am going to go ahead and unhaul this book for one of these books. So I am free and clear on my Read What You Own challenge. I still have the amount of books, the 5 books that I've read towards that challenge, so I only need to read 20 more books towards that challenge by the end of the year. That's a lot. That's a lot because I really have only been reading like 15 books in a month, and it's getting towards the end of November. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it by the end of the year, but either way, at least these books don't count against my progress in that. That is that. I'm going to be continuing this vlog for one more day, so we'll see what else I get into. But let me know if you've read any of the books that I mentioned here. Let me know what you thought of them. Let me know if you have any thoughts on anything that's come up in this vlog so far. Maybe we'll do an outro for this video. Maybe this will be the outro. Who knows?